What's going on, Imperials? It's Emperor Cubone here. You all know me. I'm not one to overanalyze small details or draw conclusions with little to no evidence. But recent events have had my brain spinning. In Pokemon Go, during the latest festival, there was something many players thought was a glitch. This little creature showed up and was able to be caught like any regular old Pokemon. There was no name and no CP for this never-before-seen entity. Almost like it was some sort of modern missing no. And speaking of that, this Pokemon did not turn into another Kangaskhan, but upon capture, it did immediately turn into a Ditto. A few days later, a trailer of sorts was dropped, and it was revealed as Meltan, a new mythical Pokemon. Honestly, I'm kind of relieved that they went ahead and at least somewhat answered this mystery before things got too out of hand. I know I personally was already going into overdrive on mad theories. Was this some sort of new relative of Ditto, like the scrapped evolution from the Gold and Silver beta? Is it some sort of placeholder item like the Substitute doll? I had come to rest on it being like the Zygarde cells, and that if you get enough of them together, it will create an even more powerful form. Which isn't that far off, since it's classified as a new mythical Pokemon. So it's in the same vein as all those other cute little powerhouses that get tacked onto the decks. Except it seems way smaller than any of the other ones that we've had so far, and its design is far different from anything we've seen before. If I had to categorize it, to me, it looks kind of like a weird cross between Ditto, Castform, Unknown, and Clink. Is it the obvious Steel typing? Or is it maybe a little more subtle and have some Electric thrown in? Or maybe even some Fairy type? Is its eye dot thing held in place by magnets? The name is interesting because if you just read it by itself, you might think Fire type, because of the melt. But more likely it simply stems from its connection to metal. In fact, as an anagram, the name gives you Metal In, which is probably nothing, but it makes me think of Nth Metal, which is the super strong Thanagarian material used by Hawkman and Hawkgirl in the DC Comics. This almost magical conductive metal is used in their weaponry, and it even has its own connections to ancient history, like this Pokemon seems to in some way. So, if this little Pokemon has anything to do with advanced powers like that, I can see why it's considered a mythical. I am slightly puzzled that this is the Pokemon that they're revealing now, since it is somewhat reminiscent of Magearna, who was also revealed before its generation, but which just happened in Gen 7. It's also impressive to me that Generation 8 likely won't be out for at least another full year, so this initial tease has me wondering how many more surprises we could possibly get between now and then. Just, be careful when searching for this Pokemon online, because apparently there's a model who I'm sure is quite a lovely person named Meltan, so just be advised on that. But I for one can't wait to see Meltan appear in the Let's Go games, and to see where it and all of its buddies come from. As far as the Pokemon itself, I actually like it a lot. The fact that it seems so different from any other mythicals that we've seen before has me intrigued. And yes, the design may not be typical of Pokemon, but it's not nearly as off-putting as some of the Ultra Beasts. But if this is the direction they're gonna go with Generation 8, I'll be more than happy to see what's in store. As if I wasn't going to anyway. So, what do you think about this strange new addition to the Pokemon games? Were you likewise off-put by the differing animation styles between Professors Willow and Oak? Let me know down in the comments. Also be sure to leave a like, share this video, and subscribe so that you too can become an Imperial today. And we'll see you around next time!